Is media bias shielding the PNM? An editorial by Professor Wall Street. In any democracy, a free and fair press plays a vital role in informing citizens and holding leaders accountable. However, recent coverage by Trinidad Express and Trinidad and Tobago Guardian raises serious concerns about media bias in favor of the People's National Movement, PNM, at the expense of transparency and balance. Take two recent examples. The resignation of Masaisai, a notable PNM figure, was buried by the Express, while a speculative statement by former Finance Minister Colm Imbert, PNM's return to Gov inevitable, was elevated to headline status. Meanwhile, The Guardian headlined, PNM rejects claims of voting irregularities in internal poll, which focuses on the party's denial rather than investigating the legitimacy of the claims or highlighting the internal unrest, again sidelining Masaisai's resignation. These headline choices reflect a pattern of deflection and minimization whenever the PNM faces internal controversy. Here are 10 reasons this points to media bias. 1. Selective headlining. When positive or speculative PNM stories are headlined over more consequential internal scandals, it reveals editorial preference. 2. Unequal story placement. Masaisai's resignation, a legitimate news event with political implications, is downplayed or buried in the body of articles. 3. Positive framing for PNM. Quotes like inevitable return to government reinforce confidence in the PNM, while critical stories are deflected or softened. 4. Neglect of dissent. Important signs of internal strife within the PNM are glossed over or reframed to reduce public concern. 5. Disproportionate coverage. PNM statements and press conferences receive top billing, while issues affecting the UNC or independent critics are often scrutinized more harshly. 6. Narrative control. Repeated publication of favorable PNM headlines helps control the political narrative and public sentiment. 7. Lack of investigative follow-up. There is little to no investigative effort into allegations or resignations within the PNM, stories that would receive far more attention if they occurred within the UNC. 8. Suppression of critical voices. Voices critical of the PNM are often marginalized, quoted less, or framed as partisan rather than legitimate. 9. Manufacturing consent. By repetitively reinforcing positive PNM messaging, the media risks becoming an echo chamber that validates one party's dominance. 10. Erosion of public trust. When citizens consistently see imbalanced reporting, trust in journalism, democracy, and public institutions begins to erode. In conclusion, whether intentional or systemic, the lack of balanced coverage on issues involving the PNM, such as Masaisai's resignation, while amplifying self-promotional statements, shows a troubling editorial trend in two of the nation's most prominent newspapers. The people of Trinidad and Tobago deserve fair, independent journalism that questions power, regardless of party. When the media selectively filters the news, it does a disservice not just to the UNC, but to democracy itself.